welcome to Mama's Comedy Show.
Hey, cousin everyone, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show.
Woo.
And with me is Cousin Jason.
I'm back, baby.
And it's Cousin Ali.
Hi. When did we get the Blues Brother here? What the hell is this?
I was going for the theme. The theme was film noir.
Yeah, no, it's not film noir right now.
It's the best I can do.
You're Dollar General Blues Brother right now.
I'm Dollar
You
General
are.
Blues Brothers.
You're the drunk uncle that's making Thanksgiving
I'm drunk
awkward.
uncle.
Drunkle.
Drunkle.
Drunkle Jason.
Yep.
Speaking of describing people's appearances on a podcast where people can't see, my birthday show podcast where we
Yes.
kept saying Melanie looked like she was dying from cancer. We were doing a show together, and she got a message from one of her former students that said, "Did you really look like you were dying of cancer?"
Oh my God.
She did. She just looks so tiny under that hat.
And notice she's not here tonight.
oh,
R.I.P. Rip.
she was close.
Oh shit. So I feel so bad right now.
Why?
So my older brother got in an accident, and it was kind of my fault.
What?
Yeah, he got in an accident. We always send each other stupid shit to make each other laugh, and it's even better when it's like at an inappropriate time because we're both dumb. Where if our phone buzzes, we have to look at it to see what it is,
Right.
as opposed to going, "No, I'm at a funeral. Maybe this isn't the time to open this up."
Oh no.
So I sent him a text, and he opened it up, and it was a picture of my mom that I photoshopped, but with these huge boobs. And he rear-ended this car.
At a
It was
funeral?
it was right on a train track. He got out of the car. Train hit it, hit this
callback.
woman. Man, I feel
Callback.
bad.
What a cool way to die, though, right? That's what that is.
I was just listening to that on the way here. I was like,
on
oh
our
my God.
last podcast, Melanie was telling a story about when she was a kid, and one of her friend's mom got rear-ended onto some train tracks, and she got out, and then a train started to come, and she got flustered, so she couldn't find her keys, so she was like, fuck it, and she went away from the train tracks for safety.
As you should.
And then the train hit the car, and Final Destination style just chucked the car into her and killed her.
Yeah.
No one else.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Everyone else
Yeah.
got missed.
Yeah. That is, I was legit like,
Yeah.
To be fair, women suck at getting into and getting out of cars in general.
I saw a lot of documentaries. Friday the 13th was the first documentary where I've seen women cannot get out of the car, can't find
Yeah.
their keys, and
Yeah.
they can't run.
But have you ever
they
gone?
always trip.
Have you gone grocery shopping with a woman? Because I always open the car door for my assistant.
Yes.
But then, that's also me kind of going like, the job has been done. Just sit down. I made it so easy. But then getting out of the car, like you get to the store, I'm like, all right, turn off the car, open the car door, get out, start walking. I'm about halfway into the store, and I turn around.
She's still in
and
the
she's
car.
just now climbing out of the car. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, my favorite is this. My anybody I've been with too is like, are you gonna wait for me? And my immediate response is, "Oh, bitch, hurry up!
Yeah.
We've been out of the car for 30 minutes. We were like, I've already went shopping. I'm not gonna wait for
Wait,
you."
my wife just said that's me. Which one's me?
She
Is
says
he
you're
the same thing like this too?
slow.
Because me and my current assistant, almost full-time assistant,
Yeah.
we almost
There's still time.
almost broke up because here's the thing. It's Florida.
It is.
If I get into your car and you don't immediately turn it on and turn on the AC,
Oh, God.
I will stab you and anyone that loves you.
And he's Mexican, which means
I've
he
been
has a
sitting
knife.
there like this, like, whew, it's a little warm. Like when we first started dating, because I hadn't been into the vagina yet. So I'm like, hey, I'll put up with it. But like legit, the minute my head crossed the vulva, boom, I said, turn on the AC. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
She drives a Volvo. Sorry. It's very safe. It's a very safe car.
It's a safe vulva.
Look, Matt's here because we're filming a sketch
Cousin
tonight.
Matt.
We are.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cousin Matt.
Cousin
we
Matt.
announced already that we're doing a sketch show for the Fringe Festival. It's right here in
I don't even know
1010.
how to draw.
And we did our first pretty much full read through last night.
It's great.
Jason read through it.
Yeah, I found out I was in it last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
Well, you're in a video sketch of it.
Yeah, but that was fun.
Yeah. You have 3. You're like a child molester.
I am. I'm pretty much. That's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And Melanie
in
is
the
treated
sketch,
so
too.
well in it as well.
Why do we always, I'm going back to Duty Humor days, but why do we always have a pedophile in?
You need a villain.
Hey!
And who's going to defend the pedophile? You know what I mean? That's what you
Why
do.
does it have to be me?
You
The
start-
other day, what was the line?
Pinky
Why
Schmitz.
couldn't it be Cousin Matt? I
No,
think
so-
I was Cousin Kenny would be a much better pedophile.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh, we don't have children. Okay, that tracks.
In Duty Humor, we had in the first Duty Humor show, we had a sketch called Pinky Schmitz, the pedophile comic, and that was his shtick. It was all pedophilia jokes, and it was like, so I'm cruising around in my ice cream truck looking for a little pussy. Hey, and he's like, hey, oh God, what was it? What's the one? I'm banging these 2 4-year-olds, and my clown nose falls off. Hey.
And then he ends up getting shot.
Yeah, that's the punchline. Is he gets shot, and then he goes to the hospital, and he's like, "Why do bad things happen to me?"
And there's this, it was Brad's daughter, wasn't it? Sitting
Yeah.
next to you. He goes like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, yeah. We had a little girl in the hospital waiting room. So, and I was Pinky Schmitz, and I'm bleeding. I'm like, I'm dying, and she's dressed as like a little ballerina princess. And then I look at her and go, "Oh, how you doing, princess?" And she screams around. But you do that so that if you see one person in the audience just like nodding, like, yeah, you're like, I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
gotcha. Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Entrapment.
But yeah, so we did our first reading last night.
It's
and
really
to be
funny.
fair, you're not a pedophile in the show.
Right.
You're someone who.
Wait. What are you saying, Todd? You're not a pedophile in the show.
Your
Like real
character-
life.
Listen, I don't really know what goes on inside your house.
Look.
You guys moved from that neighborhood real quick. I don't know
Quickly.
what happened.
Holy cow.
Look,
You
the
didn't
website
even-
got updated a lot quicker than I thought it would.
did not even sell your old house.
Bro.
You're just like, we got to get away from this school zone.
Actually, we moved closer to a school.
It was like Lenny tended the rabbits and they had to go.
No, but your character is someone who is mistaken for a pedophile, and every
That's
time
right.
you,
He's a misunderstood not pedophile.
every time you try to prove that you're not a pedophile, you just make it worse.
He's just bad at English.
yes.
I have a student right now. I teach stand-up comedy for those of you in the listening world. I teach stand-up comedy at SAC here in Orlando and at Christy B's Comedy Club in Palm Coast. And one of the students right now, speaking of almost getting arrested for pedophilia, he's got a story he talks about, because he is really white looking, like white. You look at that guy and you go, yes,
Yeah.
white. His wife, he met in China. So he goes, the amount of times he has had the cops called on him as he's chasing this very Chinese, like none of his white got in him. His son, little 2-year-old,
Oh,
it's like,
no.
yeah, they've called the cops on him. It's like, it's my kid. Here are pictures.
Sure it
is.
is.
And they're like, oh yeah,
That's AI.
yeah, that's what it is.
You just AI'd some family photos so you could go round up Chinese kids.
Poor kids.
I was like, oh my god.
You know what's weird? So, speaking on that, when we've probably talked about this, but when generative AI was first in beta for things, like DALL-E wasn't even out yet. I was part of a beta program for these generative images, and that would be DALL-E. And I remember I was I was doing a job in Hawaii. And I would always ask people, I was like, you guys were probably around too when I was doing it. I would say, hey, give me a weird prompt and I'll try to make an image. And people would say stuff like, oh, a frog playing the banjo or the Beatles if they were Muppets or whatever. And you generate it and you go, oh yeah, that's really cool. Well, there's a website that you do all of this on. and you can see other people prompt,
Oh.
right? Like you can see what everyone else is generating because this is all beta.
Right.
And I remember sitting at my computer and I was like, Frog playing the banjo or something stupid, and I see 12-year-old girl in bathing suit.
Oh,
And I went,
No.
I forgot those people are out there. This is terrible.
no.
This is awful. But
That just made me ill.
yeah. But it immediately
What a great idea. Fuck.
it immediately made me go, slippery slope.
Yep.
Like give them their own island and go generate all you want, but don't hurt kids. But then I'm like, yeah, but then you're also like feeding the hunger, and I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not. Well,
It's weird, right?
I don't know where
yeah.
to go with that because it's not actually. There's no one on the other side of that.
Right.
Yeah, but still, man, that's creepy.
It's like on what was the Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator.
Catch a Predator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aren't actual children.
Right.
That was my first stand-up comedy TV credit, was that.
Oh, nice.
Did you ever get your lemonade?
I did.
Yeah.
You stay here. I'm going to go get lemonade. Nope. I'm coming with you. But like To Catch a Predator, a lot of those guys were released because they were either gotten on a technicality and I remember that like that show made me ill in general. And I there was one episode in particular where it just made me question things, and I hated that. And it was this guy. He drives up to the house, like they see him on camera. He's sitting in the car, and you see him like talking to himself,
Like contemplating.
and then he shakes his head and drives away. And then they chase him down, pull him out, and arrest him. And I'm like, because what they were getting him on was the conversations that he had with like the police officer pretending to be, and that's the dream
So
job.
even if you
really.
didn't do it,
yeah.
So that's pretty much, but see, that part, for me, well, no, because I don't think I ever really saw, I only saw like clips of that show. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know the whole thing, but when they're doing that, isn't that entrapment? Like
That's
isn't
why a
that-
lot of
that's-
them were let
yeah,
go.
that's what I was like.
A lot of
wouldn't
them were
that be?
released, but still, it's like you're on national primetime television as a pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Fine, don't be in jail. Go out to Denny's and let someone murder you there.
it's also not cheating if you're masturbating to porn because there's nobody on the other side of that.
Jason?
Yes?
Jason?
What?
Did you guys have this
now's not the
discussion in
time.
your house?
I'm
Now's
just
not the ti-
saying
now's
it's
not the
not
time.
cheating.
Hey, Dr. Woolman said we can talk about this at the next session. We're not
Okay.
talking about it now.
Okay, sorry.
Hey,
Go on.
speaking of catching a predator, Melanie's here.
Hey, Melanie.
Melanie!
How's your head? Yeah, that's what I heard.
Hey! Oh!
That's a blowjob trick.
Which is weird because the stretch marks look fresh.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you? I have some Excedrin if you want some. No, you're just going to throw up at some point during the show.
I have some weed.
Oh.
That's good.
That always helps.
Melanie, have you ever done weed?
Have you ever?
It's always about. Actually, we were talking.
Have you
about
ever
the time.
taken a marijuana?
Have you ever taken the hemp?
I've never done it.
Well,
and let me
not
tell
that you know of.
I was just in New York City, and let me tell you, the skunks running around that place.
Oh yeah.
Like it was constant. Like if you, like again, as someone
That's
who
very
does,
Bill Cosby of
you are smoking the marijuana.
And you're packing the bowl, and you're wearing
you're packing in the bowl, and in the back of the-
Oh, drink this.
Hey.
Thank you. No, but I was like, listen,
I
as
hate
someone
that.
who doesn't,
so much.
as someone who doesn't partake in marijuana, I would give the person a Nobel Peace Prize in science if they could genetically engineer it to not smell like you've just set a skunk and a tire on fire.
Yeah.
But here's the
Stuck
thing.
in a tire.
Here's the thing. Everyone that complains about the smell, and I'm not ragging on you, I'm just using it as
Everyone
the whole
else.
thing, that complains about the smell, alcohol does not smell good. Cigarettes fucking are awful.
Oh, cigarettes are terrible.
But the only, like, I think because it's different, especially it's a new scent.
I didn't really, but it's not new. It's
Because like cigarettes, I I hate the smell
I don't
of cigarettes.
smell cigarettes
but
as much.
I grew up with cigarettes in the house and all, which is why I hate them.
Yeah.
But it was normal. It just part of the scent.
I don't like cigarette smell either.
Smells
but-
like daddy.
But I also
No, that's weed.
didn't smell cigarette as much as I did weed. Like that was the thing. And the thing is with cigarettes is like when you smell it, it's usually like, oh, that person right there is smoking. With weed, it's just wherever.
Everyone's
Yeah.
smoking.
It could be someone smoking it right next to me or someone a block and a half away, and I don't know. And there's a plant that grows that's not marijuana that smells like that skunky weed.
Yes, there is.
And I know like whenever there's a place inside one of the Universal parks where that is growing, and for the longest time I was like, who the fuck keeps smoking weed here? But it was that.
Yeah.
little
I used to think
skunk-
that too. Yeah.
There's a
I remember.
plant that
I was
smells
speaking
like-
of Universal and that smell of weed. Back in the day, I used to work at Nickelodeon's Game Lab, and where the stage is now, where they do all the concerts. That
Right.
used to be the boneyard. So they had the plane, they had different things for props and vehicles for movies. But right
Oh,
next to
right.
that
Yeah.
was how we'd get backstage to get to the trailer for Nickelodeon Game Lab. So I'm walking through the boneyard and I can smell the weed. I'm like,
Yep.
where is it? And they were right in that little corner that you go in backstage, and they were smoking a joint. And I flashed my ID and I go, now, everything you got, or you and your entire family, are trespassed. You're in a kid zone right now. And the guy's like, it was like some teenager. No, you can't. I said, I can kick you out and your entire family. We know your tickets. We have all that. We'll get rid of you. Just give me everything you got, and it better be everything. And he gave me a little baggie of weed, and I went inside to the green room. I go, folks, we got weed. I'm like, I'm not security. I'm just an actor.
Yeah.
This kid was like, yeah, take it all. I was like, fuck yeah.
And also suck my dick. You left that part out.
You want to get slimed?
Oh, wow. And that's how he met his assistant.
Bill,
Bill
thank
Cosby.
you. No. Thank you. Did you get? Did you get Melanie's mouth turd? All
All right. Let's wait. Let's not give that away. Let's not give that away.
You know, yeah, we won't give away the full sketch, but just know that Melanie has a mouth turd.
Yeah.
In fact,
Mouth turds.
we're probably depending
Every
on
time that you've been eating
Mouth turds.
Ooh.
we're probably going to release that sketch before the festival officially opens. Yeah, we want everyone to see Melanie doing mouth turds.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think if you could change the shape of your butthole, you could change the shape of the poop that comes out of it?
Absolutely.
Yes, I
For sure.
I've been saying this for years.
Like a
I want
Play-Doh.
a Play-Doh
Yeah.
playhouse.
Just slide it down your butt crack.
Yeah.
Look,
Like
a star.
spaghetti.
I mean, when there's something wrong there, it changes
So,
shape.
speaking of something wrong there, so you guys know, I've got the old cat shark bait, right?
Yes.
So he's almost 19 years old. He's going to the vet every 2 weeks just to they're checking his blood work, checking everything. So
Checking your bank account.
yeah, for sure. Picked him up, took him there today, and because we've been out of town for 2 weeks, pretty much, and they check him out. Everything is fine. It's just he's still blind. He's still got all of these conditions.
He's still blind.
But when I picked him up yesterday, from the person that he was staying with, I was like, his butthole. I picked him up and I felt something on my arm, and his butthole was puckered, it was
Like out?
yeah,
Little pink
out.
sock?
And I went, oh, that's
He prolapsed?
He wanted a
that's
kiss.
It's kind of weird. and kiss me, Daddy. So this is actually.
No, me kitty.
I'm at the vet.
No, kitty.
I'm at the vet, and the main vet. The main vet is this young woman, and she's all very sweet. She's teeny tiny, very sweet. Always loves shark bait. And every assistant that we get is usually really nice and sweet. And they all love him. Well, there was a new assistant there today, the vet tech or whatever.
And somebody that actually works there,
Yeah.
not someone married to you.
Right.
I was confused.
Yeah, no, it's like a vet tech. She's new, probably 19, very young girl, and they go take Sharkbait's blood, and she brings him back in, and she gives them to me, and she's like, okay, I'll go check on, whatever, the results or whatever. And then she comes back and she's like, does his butthole always look like that? And she said butthole. Which made
said
me laugh.
butthole?
Yeah, she said, does his butthole
She
always
didn't say
look
like
that?
anus?
No. And I went, yeah, actually, I noticed that yesterday. And she goes and she takes Sharkbait back to the vet, and the vet like feels him, and she's like, yeah, looks like he's got like a solid poo in there, and he's probably a little dehydrated. He just needs to go. So we're like, okay. So we're like, we give him his like wet food and water it down, give him more water and stuff. And he's laying on his little cat bed, which we put like a pee pad on top of because sometimes he has accidents, because he's an old man. So pick him up, and there's just little poo streaks on it. And I was like, he's basically like a crayon right now, where it's just, his little butt is like, has a constant turd coming out. And he's just,
You got to peel it.
yeah, he's just writing things like help.
All I'm picturing are those. The first time I ever saw the toys was at the old county fairs. The ones where you could bust a balloon and get your favorite mirror of Whitesnake.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean? Yes. Striper. And you'd put them up there. It was the stupidest damn thing. But they had these little toys, these like balloons, I guess. but they
The
weren't
water,
balloons.
inside the water.
And they would.
how do you
and they
hold
would
on
just
to
kinda-
them?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Immediately
That's
put
all
your
I'm
dick in it.
picturing is
What?
that as the asshole just.
yeah.
I said you immediately put your dick in it.
Well, not immediately. My parents are there.
Yeah. But as soon as they
What are
went
you
to
doing in the
sleep-
back seat?
Yeah.
Nothing. Shut up.
All right, we should wrap this up because we have to start
Yeah, if you're gonna
getting
put your
ready.
dick in that
wrap
thing,
it
you
up.
should
We're
wrap
gonna
it.
film a sketch here real quick.
Does it involve
so-
poop mouth?
Jason.
Oh, hey.
Mouth turd.
Oh, mouth turd.
Jason.
Yeah.
What did you learn tonight?
I learned not to pick up shark bait. Actually, what I really learned is I'm afraid one day you're going to ask me to watch shark bait, and then you're going to come home from vacation and
Melanie's already dealt with that. Yeah.
yeah. So I've learned that shark bait is still alive and doing well.
But Melanie's mom is actually a vet, so like that was the best place for him to be.
Oh.
Like I have a feeling that if she felt that turd, like the firm stool inside, she would have just went, "Hey, you know what, Melanie?
Finger.
Hold his tail.
Yeah.
We're getting this out."
Yeah.
Ali, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that AI is going to help me out a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No.
And I learned something tonight too. Thanks to Matt holding that up, I know what Melanie considers to be too big for her mouth. We're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 9 p.m. Go to www.mamascomedyshow.com. Jason, where can people find you?
People can find me here at Mama's Comedy Show. They can find me at RAI Improv in Daytona and the Corner Gallery in Castle the Berry.
All right, I'll bleep those last two out. Ali, where can people find you?
You can check me out, A. Ali Flores Comedy on all the socials. Also, with A. Ali Flores is my bingo hosting, trivia hosting, stand-up comedy page. Take a look at that. I've got some shows coming up. Palm Coast, May 9th. I've got my grad show. We're going to have two shows, May 9th.
Nice.
In Palm Coast, 7 and 9 o'clock, I believe, or 6:30 and 9. Also, Jacksonville. I'll be at the Deer Castle, and me and my buddy James Yon are co-headlining a show
awesome.
May 17th. So come check us out.
All right, and the Mama's Sketch Show, Friday the 16th, which is 2 weeks from tonight. We have a 9:45 p.m. sketch show. Normally our show would start at 9 p.m., but for the Fringe Festival show, 9:45 p.m. on the 16th. And then Saturday the 17th, 9:05 p.m.
Noise.
Wednesday the 21st, we have a 10:05 p.m. Wow. That's the one I'm hoping we get people for here.
10:05.
And then Saturday the 24th, 9:15. That one should be a really good one. But you can get tickets for that at orlandofringe.org. I'm looking at Melanie. Org?
Yeah, and get your button. You have to get your. You have to
Yeah,
have
you
a
do have to
button.
get your butt in those seats.
Hello.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.
Bill Cosby.
Y'all don't.
Todd's Bob's got no badge, but he's got an old gun. Jason'll solve your case just for the fun. Ollie's got away with all the snitches in town, while Melanie can bring even the toughest crooks down. They'll take your case for cash and for kicks. They're the best of the best. These four private dicks are for hire. They're quick on the case. If you cause trouble, you'll have these dicks on your face. When you run out of tricks and the evidence sticks, you know you're in trouble. These four are real dicks. When you run out of tricks and the evidence sticks, you know you're in trouble. These four are real dicks.